Hey guys, Milsurp Man here. Going to do a quick video. I want to show you what to look for when you're going to purchase a World War II era issue M1 Carbine. What you got here in front of you today, you got a Tops a 1943 post-war rebuild M1 Carbine manufactured by Winchester. On the bottom you've got a World War II era 1943 IBM, an early war configuration, no bayonet lug, flip sight, push button safety, non-modified mag catch, eye-cut stock, high wood, all the good early war features. So you're going to a gun show, you're going to want to know what to look for when you're purchasing one of these. It's sad, but unfortunately people like to take advantage of other people if they don't know what's best, or they don't know what to look for, or some people can get really burned on these. There's all kinds of different manufacturing marks, there's different types of parts. There's at least 4 different variations of each part on these rifles, whether it be 4 different variations of stocks, trigger guards, sights, op rods, barrels, you name it. There's probably 4 or 5 different variations of parts on these guns. This isn't what this video is going to be about today. Tons of other videos on YouTube explains that, but I want to show you, if you've got somebody right in front of you at a table that says they got a early war configuration carbine, and you want to know if he's actually legit saying he has one of those, and the price may seem pretty fair compared to, there's about a $500 to $1,000 difference between the post-war rebuilds and the early guns, just on the features. So people love to try to fake these and make more money. So I'm going to show you what to look for when you're going to buy one of these, because they're actually very uncommon and they're very valuable. One of the number one things I think that gives the gun away is you see these top 3 barrel bands here, like on this post-war rebuild. Well, after the years of that barrel band being on there so much and being taken apart and going up and down on that barrel, it leaves a wear pattern. As long as that barrel band's on there right there, it leaves a wear pattern about that much, and it wears the finish completely off the gun. Well, what these guys try to do, they'll knock that side out and they'll take this top 3 barrel band, take it off, and replace it with either top 2 or top 1. Or I've seen at times they'll even take the top 3 and cut the bayonet lug off and try to pass it off as a top 2. If you look at the barrel and you see that big area of miscoloration or finish missing, then you know, well, this guy's probably not too legit on this carbine. Another thing to look for are the rear sights. Yes, it's very easy to drift these sights out, replace it with what's called the L sight. Very easy thing to do. It's very easy to change all these parts on these guns to the early configuration. But if you grab that carbine and you look, just like on this IBM, flip the sight back, you can see there's no punch mark right here on the base of the sight. No punch mark anywhere to indicate that there was a post-war sight put on this. Now if you look on the Winchester, you can see that punch mark right, I'll try to get it on camera a little bit better, right there. You can see that punch mark right there. And that's a dead giveaway that that sight was replaced, because after the war, all these sights were put on after the 1948 refurbishment of the U.S. weapons. Either the top 2 milled or top 3 stamped were put on these carbines, and they were pinned in place, staked in place. And if that punch mark's not there on your carbine, or if it's there with that L sight, someone's changed it. And you should stay away from that rifle. It's not original. It may be original USGI carbine, but as they're trying to pass it off and trying to make more money off of you, I'd turn around and I'd walk away. Now, if you find a gun just like this, late war, there's nothing wrong with it. All these carbines were manufactured during World War II from 1942 1945. Doesn't mean the carbine's not original World War II. It just means it's not in a World War II configuration. It was post-war rebuild, probably used in Korea or Vietnam. Nothing wrong with those guns. Those guns are perfectly fine. Those guns are fun shooters, and they're collectible as well. But they're not as collectible as the World War II configuration ones. What you see here is typically how a USGI soldier was issued in his M1 carbine. This is how he received it. The one on the bottom here is actually a USGI bringback. I know you're not supposed to buy the story and buy the gun, but the way this patina is on this particular gun, and the way how the stock just kind of, there was a little bit of mold in the stock when I originally bought it. The story goes, the guy brought it back from World War II. He brought it and a Luger back, kept it under his mattress for years. The way this pattern, the wear pattern is on this gun, it tends me to believe that's actually true, and also indicative of the early, like I said, the early features of this gun. RTI imported a lot of the early feature M1 carbines. Those would typically have an import mark on the barrel. I mean, those guns are still pretty valuable. The import mark definitely takes away from some of that value. Just watch out when you try to buy these guys. Like I said, there's a significant price difference between these guns and those guns. Significant. And if you go on Gun Broker, Arms List, or whatever gun site you use, you can just you can tell the price difference between these two. And unfortunately, people try to take advantage of people, and they try to make more money off people. And that's why you need to stay educated on these. That's just a really quick tip on what to look for when you're going to buy an early war configuration gun. Those will be some dead giveaways. What I've learned, it's just a few tips and tricks to keep from getting burnt on a gun. I'm not going to tell you in this video what to look for in originality or what parts should be on what. This IBM just so happens to be all IBM parts. That might be somewhat rare. Some early war carbines not have all the original manufactured parts. During wartime, you know, some supplier may run out of bolts, and you might need to contact another company to supply bolts or barrels. It doesn't mean the carbine's unoriginal if it's not all the same manufacturer. Just for example, this IBM here, the receiver's actually subcontracted out by IBM to Auto Ordnance. This is an Auto Ordnance manufactured M1 carbine receiver, and you can tell that if you look in the tank, it says IO, which they were known for making Thompson machine guns during the war, so that's really cool. You want to watch out for, of course, import marks. Import marks do decrease the value some on these guns. The ones without import marks bring quite a bit more money. But yeah, guys, just want to show you those quick tips today. Appreciate you sticking with me. Continue to stay subscribed, like, comment what you like to see differently. Comment what I do wrong in the videos. Comment what you like to see. I've tried to do the community post. YouTube's not letting me right now, unfortunately. But if you want to see me do more stuff, you want to see me do something else, or you want to see me change something, just let me know, and I appreciate it. Thank you each and every one for watching, and thank you, and God bless.